It's Dahdah from St Jude's Clinic. Welcome. A few days ago I posted this picture demonstrating some changes using postural photos of a lady who had been having care for a lower back scoliosis. It's an S-curve. It actually does have a top component as well, but you can see the large waist asymmetry on the photo on your left hand side, and it's actually starting to flatten out on the photo on your right hand side, and the spine is clearly moving to center, as you can see by the black dots joining onto the red line. So the postural photos themselves are not yet verified as a credible way of determining what's happening to scoliosis, but what I'm about to demonstrate here is that the postural photos are actually aligning with the x-rays that also came in yesterday as well. So let's take a look at those. So here are the x-rays, and what we see is the red center of gravity line, which is going from the sacrum all the way up, but you'll see that it doesn't actually line up with the apex of the chin on the left side. It does on the right side. It actually goes more through the vertebra on the subsequent x-ray than it did on the original, whereas the center of gravity line is actually over to the right hand side here. And it also doesn't line up with with the lumbar vertebra at its apex here, but in the subsequent photo you can see that the red center of gravity line is actually going through. Now what's interesting that the x-rays reveal that the postural photo doesn't are the angles. So the lady has actually had a drop of 30 degrees down to 23 degrees. That's about 7 degrees in that 4-week period, and her rotation of the vertebral bodies, that's that bump effect there on the lower left-hand side of the lower back, it's starting to unwind in the subsequent x-ray. We're seeing here that the eyes and the nose of each vertebra look far more symmetrical on the right x-ray than they do on the left one. The nose is actually moving towards the concavity, that's this side in here of the film. So there's been an unwinding or an unraveling of the rotation in the lumbar spine as well. And the pivot vertebra, which is this 15-degree area of tilt here, has actually changed to 11. So down below it was a 15-degree angle of inclination. So that's the angle where the vertebra tilts from the horizontal, and it's tilting there as well, but it's just not tilting as much. It's now at 12 degrees there as well, and it's responsible for actually pushing this lady back on center. So that's an exciting thing when we start to see that the postural photos can actually be used as a guide, especially when the changes are significant. Those significant changes include the sort of shifting of the body from one side back to center. The waist curve is a significant sort of change. You can see that with your eye. And what we're doing now is potentially seeing that if we go ahead for the next 4 to 8 weeks again, and we start to see that the waist becomes more symmetrical on both sides there as well, that's exactly what we'll probably see now in the x-ray. We'll probably see that there's actually more centering of the lumbar spine on the red line, and the angle, the Cobb angle, will actually come down as well. So I thought just a quick update on what's taking place in the clinic again with scoliosis, which is being sort of modified, not through surgery, not through bracing, but by changing habits, the way people cross their legs, the way people carry bags on shoulders, the way they lean on armrests, the way they write, the way they sleep, the way they sit. All of these things just need to be taken into some sort of consideration to bring about the change. It's the most attractive, empowering model that I know of. Again, this is a quick update on postural photos and x-rays being aligned. And if this interests you, just click the bell icon and the subscribe button. Thanks for joining in. This is Dahdah from St Jude's Clinic.